Live from New York City. So, I should have got comfortable before. Um, I decided to get asked all the time about social media and can you help me and can you do this and what should I do and what shouldn't I do and da 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 da. And some of it is related to business, some of it is relationships, some of it is there's all kinds of different things. And believe me, I'm not a guru. I'm not selling courses. I'm not nothing like that. I'm just giving the information out because a lot of people ask me, and to me it's easier just to make a webinar and get it out there than answering the phone every 5 minutes. Oh, yeah, it's on silent. Answering the phone every 5 minutes. I've no issue at all giving out information free. So social media is the new word of mouth. It's the new word of mouth. In fact, I've even got a website. It's thenewwordofmouth.com. I was speaking with a great friend of mine, an old friend, and he worked at, he was managing director at one of the world's biggest ad agencies, and he said, listen, even at this, there's the top guy in the world, he said the best form of advertising or promotion or whatever it is, and this is not about business, self-promotion, is word of mouth. So social media gives you that word of mouth, but on a different scale. So you can grow for whatever you want to grow for exponentially if you use it correctly. You can just use it as a toy. You can use it as a way to connect with old school friends. I do that a lot. I found 9,500 family members by accident by putting in my late mother's maiden name through a connection to another connection. So it has lots of uses. But what I'm just talking about here is, I'm on it pretty much constantly. Personally, my income comes from it, so I feel fairly worthy that I can share this information and do with it what you will. So the first and the key thing, and I'm referring to notes here because I've not done this before. The key thing with social media, above anything else, anything, be yourself. Don't be trying to be Mr. Popular or Miss Popular, Mrs. Popular. Because when you try that, people can read right through it. When you like everything, I get people, and all of a sudden I'm looking, I've got like 80 messages, and 75 of them are from one person that just liked everything. It drives me freaking nuts. Okay? But it's value-added content. If you put stuff up there, you can get in some great conversations. You connect with different people, and you find like-minded people. You also find the opposite as well, which is not always a bad thing. So, 10 tips I could give you. Being yourself is just being yourself. That's not a tip. That's just be yourself. That's life in general. We're not here to please anyone. I think it was Bill Cosby. I'm sure it's Bill Cosby that said, I don't know the rules to success, but the rules to failure are trying to please everyone. So stop trying to please people. Be yourself. Just be yourself. Who cares? Who cares? I've had situations where a friend of mine was blocked by another friend of mine, and she's on the phone with me saying, why is she doing this? What's going on? Like, who cares? Who cares? It doesn't matter. It's the same as decide not to call someone. Who cares? So you can't see what's going on in someone's life. Who cares? Maybe they don't want you to. So going forward, the first thing I'd say is, when I first, don't get me wrong, when I first explored social media, it was for a reason, but I was so against it because I didn't want to know when people thought I was out the house or things like that. And we'll discuss that one later on. I thought it was actually a dangerous thing. I got on it to track someone down originally in my previous life. We'll leave it at that. I got on it to find someone because I was told I was looking for someone that was about a teenager that had robbed somebody. And someone said to me, get onto Facebook, and with your skill sets that you've got, you'll figure it out. You'll decipher it through Facebook. So I did that, and I got it. And within a week, I got the tech crack. Social media is techno crack. Okay? It drags you in. Like Michael Corleone, he keeps dragging you back in. I'll get up and I'll just check my messages. Voomph, day's gone. That is the power it has. Which is why these days, the ad shift has gone from Google and Google Analytics to Facebook and Facebook graphs. Google is not addictive per se. Social media can be because of its interactive nature. So you can get into conversations with people and literally be on there all day. And there's days I've gone 18 hours straight. I know some people think this is nuts, but there's days I've gone 18 hours straight looking at being on Facebook. However, that's my job. That's what I do. It's not a job, you know, and we'll discuss that later on. So the first thing is, when people say, oh, no, I don't use social media, it's full of idiots. Listen, if your social media, if your group and your stream and everything's full of idiots and negativity, you want to look in the mirror. It's not them. The world is a reflection of you. If there's nothing but idiots and morons and negative people on your page, guess what? Guess what? What are we attracting here? What are we attracting? We're attracting people who are interested in what we're going on. So if you're negative and people want to have a big pity party with you, fine, you know, do it. Do it. No, I'm not telling you what to do. Do it. But don't be surprised if you become sat in the dark crying. It's like newspapers and TV. I don't never touch that. Don't. You know, my TV is limited to the occasional football. I still won't call it soccer. The occasional football game. That's it. Now and again, I watch some movies on the laptop. That's it. So I don't read newspapers for the same reason. I don't want that negative crap in my head. It doesn't matter. It doesn't concern me. Stuff goes on. There's nothing I can do about it. So why would I let it in there? The same with negative people on social media. And fortunately, I don't get them. I get really interesting, cool people following me, and I follow back. You know, reciprocal. So that's certainly one thing. If someone follows you, do the decent thing and follow them back. And if you know, accept your friend requests. If someone's got a picture, I have a quick look at the wall. If they've got a friend or two in common, or it might be that they've come through a link from something else altogether. Who knows how the backside of Facebook works, where, you know, people you may know, I think should be labeled people you haven't a clue who they are. And I very, very rarely send out friend requests, very rarely. Occasionally, if I meet someone face to face, my party trick is just type your name in Facebook. I'll probably come out on top. And I share a name with a clothing designer, a guy that owns hotels, the CEO of the company that owns, produces X Factor or America's Got Talent or one of these things. So I share a name with a lot of people and record producers. I still come out on top. It's kind of a party trick. So when I meet someone, I add them on Facebook. When I meet someone face to face, I add them on Facebook straight away. Okay. Then, if they've not got the phone with them or the Wi-Fi is not working, that's when I'll send a friend request out. Or if it's someone I've met and at that time I haven't added them, so I only actually send friend requests out to people I've actually met. If you go on, and I've been blocked many times as well, you know, if you go on sending out request after request after request, you'll just end up in Facebook jail. There's no need to do it. So how do we attract? How does my phone never stop ringing? How is my inbox always full? How are people just reaching out to touch? And it's not necessarily business, although most of it's business. I'll get into that later on. Most of it's business. How does this happen? Well, number one, my phone number's on Facebook. Why? Well, it's social media. I'm not a keyboard warrior. I talk to people. So my phone number's out there. What happens if someone calls you and you don't like it? Well, just block the number. You know, yeah, sure, I get 2 or 3 calls a week from an automated telemarketing machine. I just block it. Simple. What if someone calls and you don't like them? Hang the phone up. Simple. But I answer block calls. I answer everything. And 99% of it is all good stuff. I mean, there's people that call me that are, you know, Hollywood A-listers, all kinds of people. You know, political people, all kinds of people. It's always from block numbers. I answer them. If I don't like it, I can hang up. So How do you create this? Number one, you keep your wall positive. You keep your wall motivational. You keep your wall inspirational. There's lots of stuff out there. However, when you develop a skill set to develop your own stuff, that's when it will really pick up. Because just sharing and sharing and sharing and sharing and sharing and sharing is going to create traffic for somebody else, not for you. Why would you want to create traffic? Well, I don't know. Why do we go out and try and be popular? Why? Social media. Okay, what we're doing is personal marketing. And whether you want to admit that or not is your business, but that's what you're doing on social media. It's personal marketing. For what benefit? That's entirely up to you. So the first thing is keep it positive, keep it motivational. There's lots of other groups and things you can join to get ideas and share the occasional thing. Absolutely. You know, just look out there. There's loads of stuff. And when you're looking at a picture someone's posted or a meme or whatever they call these things, look at where it stems from. So I follow a bunch of these things. I'm not watching the stream all day long. Now and again I'll look at that. It's mainly all. So since I've started this, I've got 10 inboxes already. So keep it positive. Next thing, what keeps people interested? Personal adventure. Not, I'm going to the bathroom in McDonald's. That's not personal adventure. Well, it might be. I don't know. Listen, I don't know what you're doing there. All right, it could be. But personal adventure. You're going on trips. You're going with your family, and also, some people have their social media on private because of pictures of children. I get that, but you can actually separate it. You can have a public stream with certain things that people can't see. I have a public stream that no one can post on. So if you're not familiar with this, just go into your privacy settings, and you can play around with it and do what you want, whatever suits you. You can do it individually on certain pictures. So personal adventure. It could be anything. I see a lot of food pictures. That's a personal adventure. It might be one you've cooked. You might be out for dinner. I see, the weather's nice like this. Picture at the beach. Personal adventure. It doesn't have to be the Amazon. You have to be on safari. A personal adventure for me is walking across the street into Central Park. It's a personal adventure. People like that stuff. People watch it. It's very positive. The family stuff, but not my boyfriend is the best boyfriend in the world. So whatever, not me personally. Even though I've got a pink shirt on, not me personally. But you see this stuff, and some of it is people trying too hard. I shared something the other day. It was a study done about this, and the people that try too hard and talk about how lovely their partner is all the time. I mean, seriously, okay, what's your partner thinking of that? Could it be over the top? I don't know. I'm just giving you my feel on it. When I look at that and that's all it is, I stop looking. Meaning, if I'm stopping looking and I'm actively looking at what's going on out there, if I'm stopping looking, so's probably most other people. Maybe not everyone. Maybe some people like that. But we're talking social media. Social, as many people as you can. Social media is a popularity contest. Make no mistake. It is a popularity contest. And if you think it isn't, why are you on it? It's a popularity contest. When I first got in it, and I saw someone like something, I was like, yeah, I won the lottery. Someone likes some random stuff I put up there. Or a picture. Wow. Oh, this girl likes my picture. Maybe she wants to take me out for dinner. That was my initial thoughts on this. And now, I don't know. I don't know how many likes come in a day. I'm not sounding arrogant here, but it's as far as likes go, I put a cardboard box picture up the other day. Got 20 likes or 30 likes. A picture of my old house that I grew up in, 100 likes. It's just a picture of a house. So the same with the comments. It's public interest stuff. So adventure, family, okay. Anything you're doing as a group, and you don't have to tag everyone in it. But if you're out at a restaurant as a group, you're out at a bar as a group of you. So if you use the tag thing, okay, you sometimes will find people untagging you. But if you put people's names and clear it with them first, is it okay? You know what? They might be they might have told their partner they're somewhere else and they're out partying with you, and you're going to get them in the crap. All right. Listen, I've got a few friends like this as well. Don't listen, Tony. I know you're all over social media. Don't say that you're here with me. And I know what it is straight away. So, personal adventure. Not everything with your family, but anything. You know, I just spoke with the lady here. What do you do this weekend? Oh, we had a family reunion. Oh, great. You know, that sort of stuff is good. If you want to do it, I mean, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just giving you ideas here. Next thing, entertainment, comedy. So entertainment also could encompass sports. Entertainment. Listen, if your page is just pictures of Kim Kardashian, no, it's not going to work for you. Entertainment's got to be across the board to get an audience. I mean, you can do what you want, but I'm just giving you how I built an audience of around 100,000 without actually trying to do anything. It was by default. So entertainment could be, you know, the occasional YouTube video of music, or, you know, it could be anything. It could, you know, there's some phenomenal stuff on YouTube. You know, 2-minute clips of old comedies or things that have been out there before. You know, just random stuff. I mean, some of this old British stuff is just chokingly funny. It's just worth sharing. It always gets people plugged in. You know, the old Abbott and Costello or Laurel and Hardy stuff gets people engaged. But also stuff, you know, if you've gone and seen a movie, do it. You know, do a check-in, do the movie thing. You'll just get people asking you what the movie was like. I was supposed to go and see The Expendables the other night. I was busy on social media doing a webinar. Fancy that. And now I'm seeing all kinds of people going. I'm going to go see it anyway. But normally with movies, I don't necessarily ask. I'll comment sometimes, but I look at the type of people that have gone to see the movie. So if it's an action movie and a bunch of serious martial arts self-defense people have been, and they're still going 2 or 3 weeks later, what does that tell you about the movie? For those sort of people, it's probably a good movie, because if it was garbage, they'd have heard about it by now. So entertainment could be anything. Music video, it could be anything at all. You know what? There's videos of me doing karaoke somewhere. I mean, I thought it was good. You know, but since I saw the video, I've determined the opposite. But I'll keep doing it. I'll keep practicing until I do more. Also, trivia. Anything that gets people thinking. So there's some great quizzes out there, you know, where they do like 10 questions and boom, and you can share it. Or you can come up with your own stuff. You can come up with your own stuff. And to get people, the longest streams I've had streams there with 600, 700, 800, 900 comments on a stream. And it's because I've asked a question and maybe given an alternate answer or an A, B, C, D. Or sometimes it's just an open-ended question, and that can be on anything. You know, this guy is a friend of yours thinks he's coming out the closet, or a friend's having an affair with another woman. What would you do? Why I'm using that subject matter, I don't know, but it works, no doubt about that. Anything at all that gets people thinking. So it could be something related to a sports event. It could be something related to something that's topical. It could be. Has anyone seen the Expendables movie? What do you think? A, garbage. B, okay. C, pretty good. D, fantastic. And it'll get a stream going and get your traffic going. That's how to utilize trivia. The other thing that stirs people up more than anything is controversy. But the controversy thing, you've got to be careful with. Okay. So controversy, there's topics that are always going on. They're always hot. You know, last week it was what's the one now? This ice bucket challenge. So people are putting that up all over the place. You know, Bill Gates has done it. All kinds of people have done it. But I'm looking at this thinking, this is supposed to be for charity. How do you know these people are actually giving money to charity? I'm not disputing Bill Gates, but how do I know these people are actually giving money to charity? How are they doing so? I'm missing something here. So if I don't throw a bucket of water over my head, I've got to pay $100 to charity, and I pay $20 to charity. All right, I've been sent loads of invites and loads of requests for this. No one's told me what I'm supposed to do with this money. So, you know, I've seen a few posts today about this thing being BS. It's a great cause if it works. So controversy is being opposite public opinion on various things. And there's a couple of things which, you know, I advise you to stay away from. Listen, do what you want, but there's a couple of things I'd advise you to stay away from, because they guarantee you'll lose your audience. So anything slightly controversial, could be anything. It could be, do you like this shirt? Could be. Or, you know, it could be anything. Just get people thinking. The other way, there's something called analytics that works on specifically on Facebook, and I'll cover the other social media mediums that I use shortly. So analytics, you basically have about the same 7% of your friends that see your stuff all the time. So how can you alter the analytic? If you interact with them, you alter that analytic. Different people start seeing your stuff. So I post a lot, as you probably know. I post a lot. I generally always send out birthday wishes, but I don't send out happy birthday, because no one's going to look at that and go, wow, I must respond. I will send out something a little bit more. So I generally wish people amazing birthdays from New York City. Now, if you live somewhere that's maybe not as, I'll use the word glamorous as New York City, if you live in wherever you live, okay, happy birthday from Bumblefuck is not really, you know, so utilize something else. Happy birthday from your biggest fan, or happy birthday from your stalker, or anything that's going to get that interactive going. So that's a birthday wishes, which means every day you can alter that analytic of who's seen your stuff, and it builds from there. Because when someone sees it, someone comments, someone likes the stream down the side, other people start looking at what they're looking at. And that's how you end up with 5, 6, 10 friend requests every day. Also, I don't know if you can hear this, but it's bleeping and bleeping and bleeping. Never stops. Also, I randomly chat with people on Messenger. I don't spam them. I just randomly chat. It might be someone I've never spoke with before. It might be someone I've not spoke with in a while. So I'll scroll right to the bottom of my Messenger bar. I look at anyone that's on the web, not on their mobile, on their cell phone, on their web, because if it's a cell phone, you might just be disturbing their day, and I will send a 2 or 3 word message out. Either, how's things, or, if you want a greater response, how's things, Rockstar? How's things, Rockstar? And you get people messaging back saying, was this meant for me? I'm not a rock star. Sure you are. We all are. We all are. It's social media. We all are. You know, there's a huge amount of people's profiles and things that are total BS. You be what you want, you know. I've never met so many snipers and assassins since I've been on Facebook. I mean, it's nuts. Okay? It's nuts. So you want to be a rock star, be a rock star. But what that does is it gets a response, and every time I get on this, I get an itchy nose. It gets a response and alters your analytics again. But also, if you've got great content on your wall, what often happens is when I start chatting with people, as soon as I've got a response, I click and look what's going on in their lives. Wow, I see you were in Tenerife last week. How was that? And I just chat with people. What does that do? It connects you to the world. It creates more traffic. It gets you more connected, creates more traffic, gets you more connected, creates more traffic, and on and on and on and on it goes. And all the time, constantly, my phone's ringing from like business leaders all over the world. My inbox is constantly full of people want to do business with me. I'm always getting questioned, what is it you do? Or when I meet people in public, I was at a thing the other day with a bunch of these Orthodox guys, and one said to the other, "You've got to follow this guy's Facebook." Why? I don't know. People just like, and they'd say, "Oh, I saw that thing you posted. Remember that thing you posted 3 days ago?" I haven't a clue what I posted 3 days ago. There's been 100 or more posts since then. You know, what thing was it? Remind me. Oh, that thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's a tool for connecting you in real life as well as through social media. I've met some wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people, some of whom have actually flown into New York to meet me through social media. It's not, you know, it's not uncommon. It happens. Or people that just might be passing through, the Facebook friends that I've never met before, always arranged to meet. Or, you know, just like the whole thing. So, the birthday wishes. Post a lot and post randomly. If you do a post every day at 9 a.m. on the dot, you're not going to create an audience. And it could be different people watching. But I doubt it. Most people that operate in a, I'll use the term loosely, a 9 to 5 Monday to Friday existence. If you're doing the same thing at the same time every day, A, you're not posting enough to generate, and B, the same people just see the same thing every day. So I just mix it up. What I do as well is I look at my own wall and get a feel for it. So it's a mixture of things. Hey, listen, I'm going to say this, I don't care. So one of my great friends works in Soho in a bar. And one day, he said, I guess he'd been on my Facebook for a week or 2 weeks. He said, "I don't get your Facebook, Tony. I can't quite figure out where it's going." He said, "Because one second you're talking about spirituality and higher consciousness and vibrational energy, and the next minute you're talking about how to stick your thumb through a guy's trachea in less than a second with a video, and then it's followed by a cock joke." I said, "Yeah, what's the point?" He said, "I can't figure out, it's all over the map." I said, "I know that. And that's what I do. I keep putting different stuff on there. And if you're uncomfortable with the coarse humor, don't post it. You know, if you don't have to post what I post. Okay, I'm just giving you ideas here. But it gets varied because I know I've got, you know, there's people on Facebook, and I would say specifically on my Facebook, I've probably actually met face-to-face about 20,000 of 5,000 followers. Part of the reason for that is I've traveled my whole life, so I've lived all over the world, and a lot of these people are people I connected with years ago and got reconnected through social media. So mine's all over the map, but I do it by feel, and I'll just look at it and look down, and if it feels too one way, I'll post something contrary on it. So if it's all entertainment, 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 I'll throw some controversy in there, or vice versa, or throw a question in there. If it's all just pictures, 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 I'll create something. I'll create some text. I'll create some ideas. You know what? Plagiarize other people's. Plagiarize mine. If you think there's something there and you want to change the words, don't just copy and share my stuff, because guess what? Guess who's going to get the followers? Not you. Okay? Not you. Plagiarize it. Change it. I couldn't care less. It doesn't matter to me. Okay? It's there to share. Do you mind if I share this? No, I put it on public so no one shares it. Share it. It doesn't matter. So post a lot, post randomly, but on the subjects we already covered. Then I've started making videos, and those are getting me more traffic than anything else. I've just got to check the time here because I've got loads of time. Those create more traffic than anything else. So originally I started making videos and posting them straight onto Facebook, which means they're lost, the original ones. But then I created a YouTube account. Easy enough. The Real Tony Cohen on YouTube. And, you know, within weeks, I'm in the thousands with people following it. And some of my videos are just 2-minute walk rounds. So how do I post a video? Well, going back to being yourself, here's how I post them. And when you do this exactly like this, you will get so much self-confidence, you will start vibrating at a higher level, and you'll become better at every single thing you do in your life. Most people won't do this, but I'm telling you, just do it. How did I make my first video? I was on the phone with my good friend Jeff, And I said, you know, there's people in our team making videos. Where's this from? Who came up with this idea? He said, I don't know. They just started making videos about day-to-day stuff, going for a walk, whatever it may be. I went, you know, hang on, they're on our team. Why am I not making videos? I said, Jeff, get off the phone. And pulled my phone out, just pulled it out, spun it round, walking down, I remember exactly where I was, walking down Lexington Avenue. My first video was, how, you know, I'm making my first video. And it was just inane, what I've just told you then. And I had, you know, 2 or 3 people watch it. And from there, I started making more. So my videos, this is how I make videos, okay? No script whatsoever. None, nothing, okay? One take off the phone, just one take. I post them without looking at them. I'll look at them 2 or 3 days later. Some of my videos I've not even seen yet, I've not got around to watching. So what does that do? No script. I'll get an idea in my head. So on my phone right now, if you've got an iPhone, or it's probably the same thing on a Droid. So I have one of these things open, which is video topics. So every time I get an idea, in my notes, I just put it down there. Ah, that was something I was talking about yesterday that I'd forgotten all about. So I put them in the notes. You know, this thing about, yeah, I'll remember that tomorrow. I don't know if it's my age or anything, but I just don't. So I utilize the notes. So it'll be 2 or 3 words as a trigger. The one there that I put down yesterday, but it was later on, I remember having a conversation now, it just says classical music, 14-year-olds. That's the trigger. So that is a video waiting to happen. So what does that mean? The video there is, would more children in school like music if it was based on current music? Because when I went to school, and you know, the little I did at school, the best thing I could do at school was climb down drain pipes to get out of there. But when I went to school, I love music. But I'm 11 years old. I don't want to learn the harpsichord listening to Beethoven at 11 years old. So it's a turn-off. So there's going to be a video out there about that. If the music was more popular, would more people do it? And I know there's TV programs about this. I don't know what they're called, but you know, this sort of thing. So it seems to be, that's the general gist. So videos, just an idea, no script, one take, post. A couple of other things on videos. Watch where you're making them from. So right now I'm making this here for a reason. You'll understand at the end. I'm filming this where I am exactly for a reason. So if the sun's out, be mindful of where the sun is, and is the video going to show up? Because if you're holding the camera straight at the sun, you're not going to see anything. If you're doing walkarounds that I do, you know, listen, I'm in a place of interest. There's always something to look at. But if you're doing walkarounds and you're going to do them in your bedroom, make sure your bedroom's tidy, you know. If you're going to do them in the bathroom, flush first, okay? Not rocket science. So the videos are a great tool. Now this leads on to something else. So my main tool is Facebook, no doubt. Literally 100% of my business comes through Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube. I'm on LinkedIn as well. LinkedIn, you know, thousands of followers doesn't do anything. It's not, for me, it's not interactive enough. I'm sure it has uses, but not for me personally. I'm on Google Plus as well to do these hangouts. So, you know, everything kind of links to everything else. However, Google and Facebook are in a war at the moment, so just be careful if you're crossing anything between those two companies. Why are they at war? Well, Google Ads used to be huge revenue, and Facebook Graph has taken a huge chunk of that revenue. So there's a war going on. So link everything together. What do I use Twitter for? I link my Facebook to my Twitter and vice versa. So I don't have to be on 5 different things doing different things. I can just post once and it goes everywhere. The only exceptions to that are Instagram. But what I find Instagram great for, 2 things. It makes everyone look like a professional cameraman if you do your filters by feel. Just look at it and whichever one feels right, do it. Secondly, the hashtagging on Instagram. So if I want to create followers through that, I'll take a picture of, I don't know, the other day, a Harley Davidson, hashtag Harley Davidson in the neighborhood, or hashtag Harley Davidson in El Barrio, hashtag El Barrio, hashtag NYC. And people actually follow these things will start following you on Facebook. I'm just going to go back there. I missed something there on videos, which is key. No script, one take, but the key thing is post without looking. Why is that? I should maybe explain. The only time I looked at a video of mine before I posted, I did it again. I went into my own head. This isn't quite right. Listen, I'm not, you know, I've got news. I am not a Hollywood A-lister. I'm just a guy wandering around with his phone. So when I start analyzing my own videos, and I've got a wonderful friend that makes fantastic videos, but that's not me, you know. Me is just me. So when I look at it, before I post it, I don't post it, I make another one. And what happens when you do that is you stop being you, and you start being what people want you to be. So back to the beginning, be yourself. The YouTube, you can link it up, so post it on upload it on the phone, and then it allows me to post on Google+, Twitter, Facebook. I do them all separately. So if you do them all at once, you know what, there's going to be a chunk of your followers that are on all three. So I do them separately, probably over the course of the day. On what we're talking about there, YouTube, anyone that subscribes to me, I subscribe back. Same with Instagram. You know, unless it's someone that's an obvious spammer. Sometimes if you hashtag the word entrepreneur, you're going to get these people, these morons, join my business today, make millions by tomorrow. And every picture they've got on there is a picture of money or dollar signs or just total BS. I don't follow those people at all. So if you hashtag certain words, again, I'm mindful of who follows me and who doesn't, but it also allows you to follow anyone that joins Instagram. So if you've got a Facebook friend that joins Instagram, it'll flag up and you get a notification. So that's what I utilize it for. I post maybe once or twice a day on that. But again, it crosses over onto Twitter and it crosses over onto Facebook by a push of a button. The Twitter thing, I don't follow at all. Zero. But I just have an account. So everything I post on Facebook automatically goes on Twitter, and a lot of it just gets reshared and favorited and blah, 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 blah. But I just don't find it. If you want to follow famous people, that's the place you can do it. I'm not following anyone per se, I'm just doing my thing. So YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, the main one, I don't care what anyone says, is Facebook. The other thing I utilize, I start groups. So how have I got 100,000 followers when Facebook only allows 5,000 and I'm maybe 100 off my limit? Well, I've got groups with 6, 7, 8, 9,000 people in them, and they're very specific groups, and some are open groups and some are secret groups for a reason. Okay, and you know, we started one about the World Cup, 2,500 followers in a day. I got another one, Team Lean Extreme, hashtag Team Lean Extreme, 6,000 followers. It started because I was doing a charity marathon, which I overtrained and injured myself, but the group still goes. And you know, I've got good friends that have good content. I tell them, you know, I'll post on the group. And what happens is these groups take, you know, they take a life of their own by great content with people. I've got Manchester United one, a secret one. I've got a huge Krav Maga group, which is, you know, not every instructor on the planet, but certainly in the thousands. And I get more people asking to join that group than anything. What I am mindful of, though, is a lot of these groups I've got who can post lockdown to be, you know, approved by admin, and I'm the admin on all my groups. So these people that post spam, it won't go straight on there. But there are certain people that, if I know them, it will. There's a tag on there that will allow them to post straight onto it. So there's some people that can, but not till I've seen what people post. Anyone spamming, I just delete them straight away and throw them out of the group. just straight away. Okay, my wall is locked down so you can't post on it, but you can comment on anything, and it's wide open. Anyone in the world can see it. So that's the do's of social media marketing. Be yourself, be positive, personal adventures, family stuff, entertainment, comedy, music, trivia, get people thinking, controversy, the birthday wishes, and the working the messenger down the side. I'm just reading my own notes here. Post randomly, like this is going to go straight out there now. Make videos. Make videos. It'll give you so much confidence. The inboxes I get, loads of them for people who have not spoken to me in years. Love your videos. Keep doing them. Love your videos. Keep doing them. So I do value-added videos like this. I do webinars like this, and this is all done through Google Plus Hangout. And if you're not familiar with that, get yourself a Google Plus account, and you can do them like this. And what happens is you can do a Hangout, you can do it, there's two different links. You can do an interactive one with people. There's a bunch of those on my wall. Or you can do it as I'm doing this one, just with a whole bunch of people watching. And this is live, and then it will automatically save to my YouTube account. So it's automatically on there. The YouTube account, The Real Tony Cohen, every day there's more videos goes up there. Quality content. Link everything together so you're not bouncing between, I've got to put this on Twitter, I've got to put this on Facebook, and One way I build through groups, by the way, is I post stuff in groups or on pages. The difference between a group and a page, a group you can add people to it, a page you invite people to. So for a business, if you're a business, and I've just helped a guy increase his business page by 50% in 24 hours. Why did I do that? There's a friend. Guess what happened? The few $1,000s worth of shirts behind me, he gave them to me as a thank you. I never asked for anything, he just gave them to me, and there's more stuff coming next week. And this is what happens. When you go out, you're selfless, you help people promote their stuff if you believe truly in it. Good things just start happening. So, link everything together, utilize your groups. Some are secret, some are open, depends on what it is. And what are the big things not to do? Number one, these people that tag me in their BS, dollar bill pictures, political crap, religious nonsense, all right? I just get rid of them. I don't want tagging and stuff, so again, you can sort your privacy situation out for that. And just to touch on that one, I understand that some people are religious, and I understand some people have got extreme political views. When you do that, you're narrowing your audience. If it's political and you're on the right or the left, you're really only going to get people following you from whichever side you're on. Okay? Personally, I couldn't give a crap. I'm not interested. Same with the religion. So, if someone is religious and they have their beliefs and it's posted all over the social media, when I'm talking about all over, it's literally every comment and everything, and it's a hot topic at the moment. When they're doing that, again, they're narrowing their audience. So when you've got guys like me, and there's lots of guys like me out there, and some of the world's big business leaders that I know are all like me, you know, that are not religious, not political, too busy doing stuff, maybe on a spiritual level, maybe at a deeper level, a higher consciousness level. People like that will switch off. But it's people like that, business leaders, that you really want if you're doing something. You might be starting a business. You might just want something. You might need to find a new place to live. Hey, you know what? I can find someone on my Facebook right now. You could be in Alabama. I can find someone right now who I know, third party, or you know, or one person away from, that finds you that house. So when you alienate your audience with extreme views, that's what you're doing. You're alienating. You're shutting it down. You're shutting people off. Sometimes the sports one is good, though, for controversy. And it doesn't really matter what sport, but the sports one is good for controversy. It's also very good for, I don't know if the Americans use the term banter, but, you know, if you've gone into the Brits will understand this straight away. If you're American, go and watch a British football game, not soccer for you guys, in a bar, or there's a page, World Cup Banter 2014. Go in there and you'll get it. It's just polar opposites mudslinging at each other in a good way. It's good humoured. So that's a great way of creating. Some of that could be on controversy as well. It could be, you know, a player does this, or something happens to this guy, or blah, 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 blah. It could be that, or that was a bad call, that shouldn't have happened, and it creates traffic. So don't tag people with your BS. Well, do what you want, you know, but I don't do the religious thing, the political thing, and neither do the great business leaders I deal with. Okay? Neither do the 6- and 7-figure earners that I did, 10-figure earners that I deal with. They just stay well away from it. Stay well away from it. They don't go near it. Okay. When I see people's walls and their work, and this happens a lot in the networking industry. So get this right. Social media is networking. That's it. It's networking, and it's marketing. And a great deal of network marketing is run through it. Networking's fine. Marketing's fine. Network marketing, oh, it must be a scam. No. Okay. People run through it. But when you see people's walls that look like advertising billboards, hi, I just tried these new products. They're great. You should get some. No, thank you. Or you're spamming people's inboxes with, join my great business. Well, they're just throwing out total BS. You lose your audience. I've got businesses. People actually have to ask me what it is I do, because it's not an advertising billboard. What business are you in? It doesn't say anything anywhere. No, I know it doesn't. It's my business. Okay. If you want to talk to me about it, I'll talk to you one-on-one about it. But it's not an advertising billboard. So, you know, look down your own wall. Look at what it looks like. The other thing I would say, if anyone anywhere puts themselves out there as a social media guru and take my wonderful course, and it's only, I don't know how much these things are, $99 a month or $1,000, okay? Run. Don't stay away. Run the opposite direction. You know why? If they were as good as they think they are in their own ego, they wouldn't have to be selling courses. People would be knocking their door down. Okay, 22 inbox messages since we started this. People have been knocking their door down. People will be calling them round the clock. And, you know, I see these people are gurus, and their site's on private. They're idiots. Do not buy a social media training course. Okay. However, there's one caveat on that. If you are specifically running a business and you want to build your business through social media, yeah, there's definitely tools you can use, because it's very different if it's very, very a specific business page. Page, not group. Page. There's specific tools you can use, paid ads, links, all kinds of stuff, and that's a whole different ball game. It really is a whole different ball game. Get someone to teach you how to use Facebook, paid Facebook graph. There's a guy on the team that does it. Okay, there's companies pay the Fortune 500 companies pay $25,000 for this course. So there's a reason. It's because it works. Okay, so that one you can just inbox me and I'll connect you with somebody on that. One other thing as well, just be mindful on check-ins. One of the things that kept me away from social media for a while is when you put out on social media, I'm stuck in the traffic. What does that tell people about your house? Think about that. I'm stuck in the traffic for an hour. Oh, do burglars not use Facebook? Please, okay, think about it. I do check-ins in places generally as I'm walking out the door, from a security point of view. Okay. No other reason. I'll check in as I'm leaving, or as I've actually left, then I'll do the check-in. And from a security point of view, from a personal safety point of view, that's my advice. And this is all, listen, this is all I'm giving you is my advice based on my experience of building 100,000 people without trying to build them. just by accident. Anytime I spoke with a guru who suggested I do anything, it's gone boom. Okay, go out and be yourself. Finally, how to monetize it? Well, if you've got enough traffic, if your YouTubes have enough people watching them, and mine don't yet because it's brand new, it's a month old, but when you've got enough traffic, advertisers will pay to be on the front of your videos. When you're creating traffic or you're doing check-ins at places regularly, make sure the people who are there are on your Facebook. And you know what? You occasionally get the, and I don't do it to get free stuff, but it just happens. People appreciate it for the most part. Okay. People appreciate you helping them. Clothing. Tony, you're all over Facebook. Will you wear my clothes, please? Yes, I will. Okay. Stuff like this just happens. So monetizing it, there's a lot of great businesses out there where you can monetize through Facebook. So that's what I do. And this is not, I'm not here pitching a business. I'm just giving you ideas, but that's what I do. That's why I'm sat on Facebook. You're on Facebook all the time. Yeah, I know. What? Really? Am I? Oh, I'm sorry. I was in a coma and doing everything on autopilot. I know I'm on Facebook all the time. Okay? There's a billion people out there that use it. What am I going to do? Go knock on doors one at a time? Or create a massive audience and share the knowledge and share the wealth and share your feels, your emotions, share it all. Open yourself up. It doesn't matter. Oh, I'm so worried about what someone will think of me. Bollocks, who cares? I couldn't care less. Okay? It doesn't matter to me. You know, what if I say something that upsets someone? Well, that's their problem, not yours. Okay? Go out, be yourself, do your thing. And if you want to make, your 6-7 figures a year, if you want to make 6 or 7 figures a year through Facebook without advertising, what I'm doing here is what works. You do what you want. It doesn't matter to me. And if you want advice, inbox me. Tony Cohen on Facebook. I'm usually always top. It's, I don't know what picture's on there now, but it might change. This might be shared. I don't know how many times, but it might change. So that's all I've got. Thanks for listening, guys. There's a bunch of you on here. Really appreciate it. This is going to go live, and I hope you get something out of it that's useful. Thanks again so much from the real Tony Cohen here in New York City. Have a wonderful day.